Cool. All right, so until he arrives, just gonna give you all my opinion on what's going on in the country today. I know you haven't seen me for a long time, been focusing on too many other things, but I had to pop on this evening because, as you know, tomorrow is the biggest day in the Bahamas. This is Bahamians' favorite time of the year. I like to call it erection season because penises and nipples get erect around this time of year because nothing gets a Bahamian more excited than an election. Love general elections. What happened? Why are you laughing over there? What's going on? Why are you laughing? I lie? I lie, right? Bahamians love elections. I tell you, they would get more excited about election than the birth of their children. I don't know what it is, but it's something about elections that just makes Bahamians extremely excited. And so we have a general election tomorrow. Hey, Dallas, what's going on? We have a general election tomorrow. And a lot of people are excited, but this is a special election because this is happening in the midst of a pandemic. Not only is it happening in the midst of a pandemic, but this is the worst part of the pandemic. This is the worst we've ever experienced with this pandemic. Talking about COVID-19, duh. Um, this is the most cases we've had, the most deaths we've had recently. But for some reason, the prime minister thought it was a good idea to call an election at this time. Me personally, I believe the reason for him calling this early snap election, because for those that don't know, we have an election every 5 years. It has been that way since I've known myself. Every 5 years, there's an election. The last election was 2017, and we usually have it in May of the fifth year. It is currently September 2021, which means that elections weren't due until next May. However, Prime Minister Hubert Minnis decided to call it early. Now, there's been a lot of speculation as to why he decided to call it early. I have my thoughts on it, which I will share. I believe that they don't have the money to fund the budget. I know we are deep in debt and we need more loans in order to do the things that they want to do. And no government wants to raise taxes right before a general election. And so it is my belief that he called this snap election because he believes he will be reelected. And then he can make those tough, unpopular decisions, such as raising taxes on the people, which is needed. And which, if you all don't know, I can tell you now, you better get ready because I don't care who win tomorrow, your taxes going up. The government needs more revenue. We deep, deep, deep in a hole. Our economy was basically shut down for more than a year. We are tourism based. That's our number one industry, and that was closed for more than a year. And so government has a serious shortfall when it comes to finances. And so I don't care who win tomorrow, your taxes going up, buddy. You better be careful, be ready to dig in your pocket and give more money to the government because it can happen. Now, while there are a lot of people that are excited, I also know a lot of people that are very apathetic right now and are not excited. We have a lot of people that don't care, a lot of people that are not going to vote for various reasons. Either they're not motivated or inspired by any of the options that are currently in front of them, or they ain't trying to go out there and catch COVID because they are allowing quarantined persons to vote, which I mean is their constitutional right. They should be allowed to vote. I don't agree with the way. Maybe they probably could have planned it better. Maybe had a separate facility or made it possible for them to be able to mail in ballots or vote online. There could have been a lot better preparation. But hey, it is what it is. I think they're saying Stevie is in here, but I don't see him. I added him to the stream, and we have a blank screen. Let's see. Y'all got to hold on. Give me a second. Stevie a little old, so let me get him sorted out right quick. Let's see. All right, he messaging me on here. But go ahead. In the meantime, please, if you don't mind, share the video, like the video. That don't cost you nothing. That don't take a second. So hit the share button. We can discuss. You could also comment if you have any comments or questions that you would like to ask. You can go right here in the comment section as Dallas did. I will try my best to read the comments. I know in past shows it's kind of tough to read the comments because when you're engaged in conversation, it is difficult to break that conversation just to read comments. But let me know what you think. I want to know who you're all voting for. I mean, yeah, go ahead. Put who you're voting for, who you believe will win. Because I see a lot of shows were doing that today. They were, taking polls as to who they believe is going to win tomorrow. Like I said earlier, don't matter who win, buddy, your taxes going up. You better be prepared to pay more. I know it rough for a lot of people. They ain't had a job for more than a year, but they will go up. It's inevitable, no matter which party gets elected. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Let me call Stevie right quick. Let me see what's going on. Yeah.
So,
old man.
Hey.
What's going on, man?
I mean, I tried to get on this thing.
What happened when you go? Because I see the blue screen. I see where you try to join, but it ain't. It just showing the blank screen.
Okay.
You have you have to download the app, right?
No, it just said to go right to Chrome. Put it on the Chrome browser.
I wonder if you have to get the app. It didn't. You just click the link and then it take you to Chrome.
I clicked the link. It didn't let me go. It said click and paste it onto Chrome, and then you'd be straight. And then I went to Chrome. It came. It looked like it came on. It showed my face on the camera.
I see you now. Try it again. I guess try it again. Let's see what's happening.
All right, I'm gonna try it again.
Yeah, try it again. Let's see. All right, let's read some of these comments here. Dallas asks, "Are you bringing Chrissy on today?" I mean, I would like to, but I can tell you the truth, boy, Dallas. Chrissy ain't on your run. I can tell you now. She over there, and for it, she ain't care no more. You see, she ain't been doing no shows. She ain't been showing her face. She ain't been commenting on nothing. Chrissy ain't care no more. So, I could probably send her a link and see, but I can't promise you nothing. Let me send her a link. I can tell her you asked for her. So I'll send her the link, and if she joined, we'll see. If not, like I say, she ain't really checking. So let me send her the link right quick. Let me see. People asking for you. And bang, I sent her the link. So we'll see. Maybe she joins, maybe not. But let's see. Kamal Grace, he believe the PLP go in. Why, Kamal? Why you think the PLP go in? I mean, that's not a bad guess given the history. For the past 20 years, we have been flip-flopping when it comes to political parties. And so it was the PLP in 2002, FNM 2007, PLP 2012, FNM 2017. So if the trend continues, then Kamal, you will be correct. All right. So let's see. Dallas says he voted for Michael Barnaby. Michael Barnaby. Which party is that? I'm not familiar with that name. Dallas, let me know who that is. If that's independent or one of the major parties. So let me know who that is. And you said this was your first time voting PLP. Okay, so that's PLP. Okay, there we go. First time in your life voting PLP. Why you vote PLP, Dallas? Let us know. Curious. Is it that you just want to get rid of the FNM? You're tired of Minnis with all the lockdowns and the mismanagement? Why you vote PLP? I'm curious to know. I always know. I tend to want to know why someone makes a particular decision as opposed to just the decision they made. I want to know why. You know what I mean? So let me know why it is you voted PLP for the first time and who you was voting for before that. That's also important. Let's see. Mikhail running for Mount Moriah. Okay. And you said that's the first time in your life voting PLP. So you voted in the advance poll, I'm assuming, if you voted already. How was that experience? Because that's that was another hot topic. I heard the advance polls in a lot of areas was a complete disaster. It took people hours to vote. It was unorganized. And tell me something, people. I have a question. Why is it that these parties are allowed to set up? Because I passed one of the voting stations, which was Doris Johnson on Prince Charles, right? Tell me why are they allowed to set up a bunch of tents and flags and people just pile up with all their paraphernalia, pamphlets, booklets? Why are they allowed to set these things up right on the voting site? I think those voting sites should be completely neutral. No party should be allowed there with their tents and flags or anything. You're supposed to be able to go there cast your ballot in peace and leave. You shouldn't be passing all these political party boots and tents and being harassed by their minions doing their bidding to try and sway you as you go in to vote. I don't think that should be allowed, but maybe it's just me. And Dallas says, I didn't care to really vote PLP, but I voted for the candidate, Mikhail, because I like the work he did in my community. Okay, that makes sense. Fair enough. Can't fault you for that. And we have Kamal says, because I believe that we need a change in government and the PLP is the better government in my opinion. I'm voting for Chester Cooper. He is the best candidate for the job. Now, Kamal, I have a question. You say you want, we need change. Now, if I remember correctly, the PLP has been the government in 2002, in 2012, as recently as 2012. That was the last government we had before this government. And so their last year in office was just as recent as 2017. So are you saying that that was a better run government than the current government that we have? Is that what you're suggesting? Let me know, please. And Dallas is saying he used his resources to keep my community clean. All right. So what I'll do, right? Stevie is having issues trying to get onto this program. So what I'll do is I'll just give him a call and I'll hold the phone to the mic and then we'll talk to him that way. Got to wake with what you got. Sometimes things don't always wake out the way you want, but you got to wake around it. All right. Hey, Kendora. What you saying? Let's see. No, don't hide messages. Let me show some of these. So yeah, I see a lot of people talking about change. I personally I don't think the PLP or FNM is a change because those two are the only governments that we've ever had, and they've both had many chances at the wheel. Personally, I believe we need real change, which is some group or a combination of people outside of the PLP and FNM. Because a lot of people don't like when I say it, but they the same to me. The PLP and the FNM, they just wear a different color shirt. But in terms of governance, they are very, very similar. And so, one second, Stevie, call me back. Yo. Well, let's do this right over the phone, boy.
It's up to you, bro.
Yeah, let's do this over the phone because you having trouble with that. I know you live up there in age, and this technology and stuff is be a little difficult for you all senior citizens. So we could do this over the phone.
You're such a gay man.
I appreciate that. Gay means happy. I'm a happy guy for real. I appreciate that.
Well, you can take it like that, but that ain't what I meant.
Yeah. Whatever. All right, so I was just blabbering on by myself for a little while, just talking about this what I call erection season because all the Bahamians get excited over election. I don't think the birth of their children is get them more excited than going to cast their vote to vote somebody in or vote somebody out. So I just want to know how excited are you? I know you're going to the poll tomorrow, eh?
I mean, if the poll got somebody dancing on it. Dog, I ain't in no election poll.
Come on, man. You got to exercise your right as a citizen of this great country, especially a senior citizen. What you mean you ain't getting to the poll unless somebody dancing on it? You got to go there and cast your vote, boy.
I have to go, right?
Yes, but you have to. That's your civic duty as a Bahamian. It's your voice. That's Lord, right. Listen to this noise. What's this?
What's that?
Man, that sounds like one of them motorcade truck just passed, man. COVID over.
Man, COVID been over, man. Where you where you been for the past 2 weeks, Trey? Man, look here. You don't see the motorcades, bro?
Wait, I always see him. Hey, and I just got to pass. I just call when I just go through Foxhill all the time, right? You know what I just call that little roundabout in Foxhill? I just call that COVID cycle. Because every time I pass there, there's a pile of people out there on that park having grill out, dance out, rush out, all kind of things. And they got the PLP and FNM signs all over the place.
You know COVID over there?
No, you know COVID through Foxhill, I might as well tell you. Because, buddy, a pile of people is through there. He ain't none.
Not one, not a lick of it, boy. It's just so freaking down. Man, it's just me, man. I don't even know what to say sometimes. It's
But why
So
you
you're
in?
going to market extra more than.
I mean, okay, let me tell you what I've been telling everybody who asks me if I get vote, right? It depends on if the sun hot and if the line long. Now, if the sun
Right.
hot and the line long, boy, look
That's
yeah, nothing happening. I ain't looking too good because I could be honest with you, I ain't really excited about no option. I could say at least last election, I had
Yeah.
someone to vote for. You know what I mean? That I was excited for and that I really wanted to get in there.
Well, I mean, everyone has somebody to vote for because that fella, he effed up so much. You would have voted for a dog just to get rid of him.
But we have, hey, but you know, we have someone earlier in the comments. They saying, man, they vote PLP because we need change.
Change to what?
They
with the PLP?
Yeah, they say we need change, right?
With the PLP though.
Yeah, this a new. You ain't see all the posters, all them signs on the road. It's a new day.
But bro, I just laugh at that every time I say I'm like a new day doing the same old shit. Can I say shit?
Yeah, you can say it, man. You can say it, man. This the internet's. You can say what you want.
Man, that to me those signs are the funniest. A new day, bro. I mean, okay, you got Brave Davis.
Yeah.
They got people like Glennis Hannah Martin, who I kind of respect. But
Yeah.
then they got niggas like Fred Mitchell. I'm like, this ain't no new day. This is a recycle.
Don't forget Obi.
Oh my God, Obi Wilshcombe. I'm like, this is a recycle. Tell me, what is it new that y'all gonna do? Bro, the PLP been in power. Okay, Finland brought the PLP in power in what, 67?
Yeah.
67, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's when he defeated the white boys.
Right.
Which to me was, I mean, you know, Finland did his first, I could say his first 10 years, he did a rather decent job.
Okay.
I ain't gonna talk about it the rest of the time after.
Right.
Because history, you know, done show you that he effed up big time.
Right.
But I mean, the thing is that you look at all the dudes that's in the PLP now. These fellas been running with the PLP since, bro, from forever. Fred Mitchell was a young fella, very young lawyer running with I think he ran for a couple of parties. He was kind of all over the place for a minute. He's up. Well, in my mind, he's kind of an opportunist.
I got you.
Okay, in my mind.
Right.
He's kind of an opportunist. He'll lick the ass that feeds it. but I mean, a new day, bro.
Hey, that's the sign say.
Somebody on the thread, right? But somebody on the thread said they want something new now. That's why they voting PLP.
They say we need change, Stevie. We need change, man. You know what I mean? We need change.
Man, that's so sickening to hear that ain't. I mean, that's not even funny, dog.
But this would be.
What I would like. I would like to hear what his or her definition of change is.
Right.
I want to know what they want to change us into.
Yeah,
because dude, that's what I'm looking for too. I'm looking for change.
I agree. Me too. But like I said, the only change would come outside of those two parties because they're the only two governments we ever had. They're the only two.
And how much change we had in the last 67? That makes us 54 years, 53 years. How much change we had since then?
I gotta ask you because you've been here longer than me. I know I ain't seen much in my lifetime. I'll be honest with you. I mean, we got some new roads and stuff. New buildings.
You know what, Greg? That's the thing right there. I was talking about this to somebody today. The same thing. I said, okay, all right. We've been recycling the same set of people since 1992. I ain't gonna say from 67, from 1992 when the FNM finally ousted Lyndon Finland. 1992, I remember that. It was historic.
I remember that too. I was young. I was in here celebrating like a little fool because my old man is FNM, so we is indoctrinated Archer, and so whatever your parents is, that's what you is as a child. I thought I was FNM. I remember that 92 victory.
Man, I swear I was FNM.
Boy, look,
I used to swear. Look at everything was red. Everything red on everything, bro. But the thing is that since 1992, that's the only time. What significantly changed since then? Like you said earlier, we got a little bit of road infrastructure done. That was the most significant change I've seen on this island since 1992.
Since 92. Well, I mean, we had Ingram do a lot of good things, but like you say, with Finland, his first 10 years were pretty good. I would say the same about Ingram. I think Ingram did a whole lot of good things in his first 10 years. Opening up the airwaves and all kind of other stuff that he did.
Well, see, remember I left. I by default, I was gone for a minute.
Right. You weren't here. But Ingram, to his credit, did a whole lot in those first 10 years. It seems like in the first 10 years, when a new government comes in, like that's the best you can get out of them. But since 2002, like I said earlier, we've been changing governments. Our definition of change is going right back to the people who we had before the one we got now. That's our definition of change. Unfortunately, Bahamians have this mindset that the only people they could vote for is PLP or F&M, because this here is the most candidates by far we've ever had in the history of elections in the Bahamas. I mean, you got some constituencies with 8, 9 contestants in one constituency. And really? So, yes, we have multiple constituencies, if I'm not mistaken, with at least 7 or 8 people, multiple constituencies. So this is by far the most options we have had. But people don't seem to feel as though they still have any options. You got some people still don't want to vote because they're like, I ain't seen nobody to vote for.
Well, I mean, I guess you put me in that category.
Well, I mean, I gotta ask you. You say you ain't voting. Why you ain't voting? Tell me why you ain't voting.
Well, I mean, I'm not voting because number one, like I've been saying, nobody has said anything different to me about the overall future of our country that would make me turn my head and say, "Ooh, wow, this guy talking about some significant change." Nobody. Not even
You mean Lincoln, but you ain't here. Lincoln say every Bahamian can get $100,000 a year. They can cancel your BPL bills. I mean, he talking some revolutionary stuff. You ain't here the stuff.
Yeah, but he ain't say how he can do it.
Natural resources, Stevie. That's the answer to the natural. We can claim our natural resources back. We can take it back. You understand? That's how we can do it.
How?
Hey, listen. I only stand what I hear the people say. You understand?
Right.
But you say you want to hear something different. That's something different.
Yeah, right. But you don't want to hear bullshit. you know what I mean? I mean, come on, man. Come on. If you go, listen, man. Come to me with some serious sense talk, man. If you can give me $100,000 a year, show me that, man. You show me that, me and you, I'll vote for you today.
Oh, sure.
I'll be the first one at the polls in the morning, but you got to give me a promissory note. Yeah. I see you should give me this $100,000 in advance.
Yeah, well, at least give you a down payment or something, something to hold.
Yeah.
A deposit.
Like 50,000. Like 50,000, you know what I mean?
Yeah, give you a deposit price.
Right, I can give you the next half not after you get in, after tomorrow. You don't get in, the guy want my money still. You don't promise me.
Oh, Stevie, look, I just learned something new. Christina say we have 7 former beauty queens in this election. That ain't no motivation for you to go vote.
Mama, why you want me crazy? Why you want me to 7 former beauty queens? I know one of them. I know her well.
Which one?
And I wish her luck. She's my little sister. I love her to death. That's Rashay Sands.
Oh, okay. I saw that poster.
Yeah, that's my baby girl, man. I love her. I wish her well. I wish her luck. But that's as far as it goes.
I know of a couple. I know of Raquel Horton, and that's only because I think she was in one of the Miss Bahamas. Tiffany was in.
Okay.
So I know Raquel from that. I think Leslie was one. That's all I know. I know the rest. You say 7. Since you say that one, that's only 3 I know of. I know who the other 4 is.
Well, I mean, I don't understand the significance of us stating that they're a former beauty queen. So I don't give a fuck. They ain't beauty queens no more.
I think she was just. I think it was a joke. It was a joke. You know what I mean?
What about the former garbage man that's in there? Or the former niggas who used to work at McDonald's. I mean, I don't see the relevance of us saying we are former beauty queens. Well,
I think she was saying that makes it, that legitimizes, their candidacy or something. Right, I think it was just it was poking fun. You know what I mean?
It's in fun. Okay, all right.
Let's see.
But, I like you say, I old man. I ain't 60,
yeah. Adrian asking, but who in their mind will vote for any of these independent candidates who thinks they can form a government of worth? Now, see, that's okay. Here's my thing with that form of thinking, Adrian. We've been doing this for how many years now? We've been discounting or casting aside any option outside of the PLP or F&M by saying, oh, well, they really can't form no government. Y'all don't even, do you know all of the independent candidates that are running in this election, Adrian? And how much about them do you know? Do you know if they are competent enough? Because we tend to just accept what we already know. Like I was talking with Gio earlier, right? And Bahamians have this odd way of operations the where we would rather take the person we know, like we know this man, let's say in a relationship, we know this man, I know he can punch me about 4 or 5 times when he get home drunk and mad. He can give me about 5 punches to the head, a kick to the stomach. I know what I getting. But I can't leave him and take my chances with someone else that might not hit me because maybe they may hit me 7 times. I don't know. They may not hit me. They may hit me. But I know this one can hit me. So I rather deal with the boy I know can punch me 5 times than the person who I ain't sure about. And that's how Bahamians is operate. You think that makes sense to you, Stevie?
Well, I promise you, the average Bahamian would not understand that analogy in any which way anyway. So
I think you don't think that's straightforward enough?
Not for Bahamians, because I mean, a lot of things that we say fly over their head. I mean, look at the masses. The masses still voting FNM and PLP.
Yeah, exactly, and it's for that reason. It's because they automatically discard the other options as not qualified.
Yeah, and I don't understand it. And the question that the young fellas or the guy said is, how do you know that they could form a decent government? Well, okay, all right, bro. Let me answer this. 1967. Lyndon Finland was a young boy. 33?
30. No, he was older than that. He was closer to 40. He was about 37, right? He
was 36, bro.
Yeah, he's about 36, 37, I think. I could be wrong, but that's what I think.
He was about 36. Yeah, I can say 36.
Oh, shoot. Sorry. Adrian, remind me. Glover. Yeah, Pia. Pia is one as well. She was a former beauty queen. I know Pia. Pia, that's my dog. Pia is good people. I ain't gonna lie. That's my dog. Okay, Pia. I had some dealings, a lot of dealings with Pia in the past. She's good people. That's another beauty queen. Okay. Sorry, but go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, she's a beautiful woman too.
Yeah, man. She Pia cool, man. That's good people.
Yeah, but to just touch on piggyback on his question is that in '67, Finland had no concept of how to form a government. He had a vision of what he wanted the place to look like. He saw some of the shortcomings, and he was able to act on them and put people in place. It's the same with So if he was a 36-year-old dude with a vision, and that's the thing right there that we missing. Everybody ain't got no vision. Some of these independents or whatever other governments, hey, they may have a decent vision. Yes. Why not give them a chance? I mean, they can't
you can't say they can't, and that's what Adrian's saying now. Say that's the problem. We don't know. But here's the thing, right? Because he's saying he asking you can trust that, and then he says like that crazy one Centerville who says no uncircumcised men in Parliament, and then he says say what? Now see, here's the thing, Adrian. We're saying just vote for somebody, but just because they're in PLP or FNM, no matter what they say. We ain't saying go vote for the man who say uncircumcised man ain't supposed to be in Parliament. That don't make sense. What we are saying is you do your own reason. And this is another problem I have with a lot of people, right? And this is a culture we create in this country of people coming knocking on every single person in the constituency door to introduce themselves. Come on now, people. You can't be that lazy. If you are looking to hire somebody, because you all got to remember, we are the employers, we are hiring these people. If you have an open position that you are looking to fill, you are required to do some work as well. So you can't sit back and say, well, they ain't come introduce themselves to me. So I don't know who they is. I don't know what they about. Do your research. The list of all the candidates is released in multiple areas. It's released in the papers. It's released on social media. You can find all the names of the candidates. Go and look up the names of the candidates in your area and research them, look them up, see what they stand for, see what they're about, look for interviews, look for any kind of information you can get on them, and then choose the best out of those. We ain't saying just pick someone just because they're independent, because I can be is it one? I have at least one independent in my area, and then a bunch of other parties, because it's about 1 million parties in this election. But I have at least one independent, but he ain't automatically vote just because he's an independent. I'm trying to do as much research as I can on these people outside of the PLP and FNM, so that I could make the best decision. Again, of course, that's if the line ain't long.
Yeah.
Because I ain't standing no hot
Right.
But if
carry umbrella, man, and some water.
Yeah, nobody I ain't standing no long line, but that's what we're saying, Adrian. You have to be a bit more fair. You can't just discount them. Just do your research and then make a decision after that. If you still decide to go the other way, then that's up to you. You can vote for whoever you want.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I agree. I agree.
That's all I say.
I agree totally, man. Do your research, man. Don't listen to what nobody else say. But I'm not voting tomorrow.
Right. You ain't on that.
I choose not to. I choose not to, and I've been quiet for a long time because people say if you're not voting, you don't have a voice.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been quiet because I choose not to vote, because I've listened to the rhetoric of everybody else, and in my humble opinion, they're not taking the country where I would like to see it go. So I have no dog in the race. I think that I don't have a dog in the race. And you know me, you know I've been quiet for a while. So
yeah.
That's why you're on the show, because you're like, dude, you got to say something.
Yeah, because you didn't want it. You just wanted to, stay to yourself. But I believe there are a lot of people that feel the way that you feel. You know what I mean? That just like, what? I ain't into this no more. Including my wife. My wife she ain't voting. She ain't on that run. So it's a lot of people I know intimately that they just ain't into nobody who offering themselves this election. They don't see nothing to be excited about.
But and that's kind of a cop out. I'm talking about me personally, because I am into it. I love my country. I'm just kind of sickened that nobody has convinced me that they have a decent vision for how they're gonna propel us into the future. I mean, if you look at us, man. Okay, what's that nigga name? Minnis. Minnis been in for almost 5 years now.
Right.
The other dude before him was 5 years. Yada yada yada. Bro, my whole problem with this country is not this country, Nassau, because Nassau they act like Nassau is the country.
Well, Nassau is a country in itself.
Right.
Nassau is like one country.
Nassau has, in my opinion, regressed to uncivilized chaos. Period. That's how I see it. Now let me keep putting my disclaimer out there. I love this country. I love this country, but Nassau to me, and I said this to you for years, Nassau is that brother that you have that's hitting that crack cocaine, and you just watching him destroy himself. And you're watching him break, and you love him now. You love him, and you want to grab him, and you want to take him to rehab, and you don't want nobody else to talk about him because that's your brother.
Right.
But you're watching this train wreck, and the thing, and it's drive down the streets. There's no such thing as anymore in the inner city areas as legitimate zoning for commercial, residential.
Was there ever?
Well, yes.
Really?
I'm telling you, in my lifetime, as a little boy, we had residential areas.
Oh yeah, I forget. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
We
had commercial areas. We had industrial areas. That's why BEC Blue Hills Power Station had to be away from the public. Clifton Piers out and away from the public. Yeah, the city's gonna grow, but you have to continuously have zones. I mean, dude, I could go on forever. Drive down any main thoroughfare, and I'm not knocking the tire dudes. the used tire fellas.
Right.
Little shops popping up everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Water, Aquapure water stands or dudes selling water stands. I'm not talking to fellas who standing by the red light. Little stands where you get.
I know what you mean with the little containers with the water depot. You mean?
Right. Yeah. Everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Numbers houses everywhere. Liquor stores everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Churches everywhere. How you leave that one out, Stevie?
I wasn't thinking of them. Churches everywhere. Yeah, churches. Because I mean, yeah, churches everywhere. The thing
churches,
is that
the bars and the number houses competing for the most locations.
Right. The thing is that there's no such thing as a zone. There's no zoning.
Mm.
Something as simple as cars with licenses on them riding the streets.
Oh Lord.
Dudes with all that, with lights blown out, riding the streets. Dudes with bumpers hanging and. It's just my problem is that the lawlessness of this place, man. Little fellas riding scooters with no license, no insurance, no nothing, running lights willy-nilly. Grown folk in their own nice cars running lights willy-nilly.
Oh man, listen, I got long compilation of people running lights. You know, I got dash cam. People just run light all day, every time of the day, no matter what.
It used to be a thing where you see one or two people do it and they'd be kind of scared. But now it's like that's the norm.
Now it's the norm. You literally have to look both ways. When your light turn green, you got to make sure nobody come and fly in the run light.
Yeah. My idea of a decent. What I was looking to hear from some competent politician wannabe is I would like for them to address how we're going to curb the small set of lawlessness in this country, i.e. people running lights all the time, the fellas on the bikes doing wheelies, cross the lights, doing all kind of foolishness. Proper licenses for business licenses for some of these vendors. I mean, even if they create strategic places for these to be where it's decent looking and not just willy-nilly anywhere. I want people to be able to make money, but come on, man, let's have some type of uniformity.
Let's do it in an orderly fashion.
Some type of order.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, even as far as looking at the sidewalks that they put in. I told you about this the other day when you asked me about this, about the show. They say we have a need for sidewalks. So what they do is they put some slabs of concrete down, any flicking where there's no design to it. There's no uniformity to it. Everything is just haphazard and slap it as it go. And there's, I would like to go to the Ministry of Works and say, okay, let me see the plans for all these really shitty sidewalks you're having these guys put in, and let me see who the permits for these, because I mean, who signs off on this?
And see, that's the thing. That's one of the major issues I have, and that's one of the things I want to see. And that's what this government we have now promised but never delivered, and that's transparency. Because at the end of the day, that's our money that they're spending on these things. But yet we don't have access to see exactly where these funds go in. You know what I mean? They act like this their money, and that's what I've been saying to people for a long time. I hate when you drive and you see these posters all over the place. I hate when we spent this amount of money on this thing and we did this and we did that. That's what you're supposed to do. That's our money. They act as though they juck it, they hand in their pocket and spend their money for us. That's the way they present these things.
Yeah,
and I agree. I can't stand that.
And you're talking about the posters and pictures and signs, bro. Well, what turned me off from the FNM and the PLP, because historically my family is FNM. Historically,
right.
What turned me off big time is one set of dudes went and put out 1 million signs everywhere. So the next jackass say, well, we can outdo you and we can do the same thing.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I'm like,
Mama, they look like them signs. They look like they come out the same time.
I don't give a rat's ass when they come out. But my problem is that, okay, so you mean y'all the people who propelling our country forward when none of y'all have an original thought on even to have a decent campaign manager to think of something creative?
This is the way we campaign, Stevie. This is what we've been doing for how long now? I mean, as long as I can remember myself. This is what we do. You slap up on a bunch of signs and posters all over the place. You run a bunch of commercials. You make, and the thing now is the songs. You know, everybody got a song. And
well, I ain't never hear none, and I don't want to hear none. I can't do it. I can't do it, bro.
But everybody got a song. Now, I happy for the artists that get to make some money around this time, whether it be writing these songs for these candidates or having performing at the rallies. Hey, listen, get your money. You know what I mean? Because this is the one time you could make some good money. But this is what it's turned into. It's turned into a big party, a big show, a big event. Who could spend the most money on the most stupidness to plaster up the place with their logos and their faces to get the votes. That's what we've been doing, and that's what they're continuing to do.
Yeah. And it's sickening. So, and these are people we're supposed to vote for.
Yeah, but not supposed to. That's who the people can vote for. You watch tomorrow. Tomorrow,
I know.
By hook or crook, it can be. But the PLP or the FNM will be victorious overwhelmingly when it comes to, at least as opposed to the other options available. It can be PLP or FNM. Yeah. This is what the people want.
I know.
And it has made me so mad to see these grown people and they straight hat pom waving. It's like, what do you celebrate? Like, what are you doing? What is this?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah. Well, we don't think.
And then they go complaining after that. They complain for the rest of the term. It's like you was just partying, and now for the rest of the time you're complaining.
Yeah. So they gonna put in one of the fellas, one of the red or the yellow, like you say. They gonna put them in, and then the next year we can be, boy, I hate them, boy, I can't wait for election again to get rid of them.
Exactly.
So we can put the other set of dudes in who ain't do nothing the last time. And then we can hate them, and then we can vote them other same set of other niggas right back in. So we can hate them too after that.
What you said is perfect. That's exactly what we've been doing for the past 20 years. That sums it right up. Is I get excited. Yeah. We stop voting for people and we start voting against people now. We vote people out. We don't vote people in now. So people get excited to vote people out because for the whole term, they mad at them for every decision they make. And they can't wait to get rid of them to put the people who they had in before, who they just voted out before them. And it's just this never-ending cycle.
Yeah, the same set of niggas who just pissed out 5 years before.
Yep.
Yeah, I listened to this fella on Facebook. So somebody sent it to me because I don't. And she's like, listen to this. And I listened, and he said the same thing that we saying. He said this is the definition of insanity. Mm-hmm. The direct definition of insanity. We doing the same thing over and over again, but we want change.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But that's why I always want to know what the average Bahamian's definition of change is. That I always want to know it, and I've never heard somebody say it yet. What's your definition of change? What is it that you want changed? Tell me.
Well, we don't like change, Bahamians don't like change, And I guess that's why they keep going to the same part, because we say we want change, but we really don't want change.
I don't know what. Well, look here. Tell one of your listeners to tell me what change is.
Okay,
what's their definition?
Adrian has been quite active in the comments, and I think he is the one who said he won't vote PLP because we need change. Adrian, please let us know if you would be so kind. What is your definition of change? What is the change that we need in this country? I'm curious to know. So, Adrian, please go ahead and let us know. Because I with you, Stevie, I confused too. Because our version of change is to see him do it who we voted out before the said within now is we getting right back to them, and that's what we consider change.
Yeah.
Barry say color change. I with him.
I with Barry.
Barry say color change, yeah.
I don't know, bro. I'm confused. I tell you. I always ask that same question. What is the change that you want? Tell me.
Yeah.
You want us to start driving on the right side of the street. Is that what you want? Or you want us to flip the light, the traffic signal? I mean, let me know. Let me know I need to know what type of change you want.
Yeah. What type of change?
Articulate it, please. Let me know.
Yeah. And
don't say to me, huh?
Nobody say, what did you say? PLP? Say you want me get put out? What is it? Get run out my house? Say what? Barry? Adrian, they would run you out your house. So you in a F&M house, Adrian, they'll run you out if you vote PLP. What is this whole thing? Because I hear people say that all the time, right? Like, you want me to get put out? Hey, these people, like these political parties, it's a cult. This is a cult.
Like my family is predominantly F&M, strongly F&M, and the past several elections, I voted DNA.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right.
I'm gonna do it again because California. What's that chick name? Arinthia Kalamufi. Colloe, bro.
Stop. Arinthia Kumalafe.
Right.
Yes. Not Kawabonga. Arinthia Kumalafe. Just see a Ninja Turtle.
She's an articulate. She's an intelligent woman.
Yes. And if I being honest, I heard I think they put out her. It was a release. It was some statement today. It was an extended statement, and I ain't gonna lie, she might have win me over, because of the things she said in terms of what they intend to do. And one of the most important things that she said that they intend to do that probably got me is she said they intend to take us to a republic.
Oh, all right. I get into the polls tomorrow.
And I was like, now, hold on now. You make, because I was still undecided. You know what I mean? I was still trying to decide who I was going with, of course, outside of the PLP and F&M. But after I heard a statement today,
I get straight to the polls tomorrow.
She may have won me over, because that is one thing that I really would like to see us do. I hate this Westminster, or as Bahamians would say, Westminster system that we have. I cannot stand this parliamentary democracy that we have right now. I would like to vote for the leader of the country, and not this whole you vote for the candidate, but then the leader of the party can be the prime minister, so you could be in a conflict because you may like the person that run in your constituency, but you may not like the leader of the party, and so you conflicted on who to vote for. I think it's retarded. I can't stand this system.
That's the problem now.
Yeah,
that's the problem. It's the Westminster system. I don't like. Okay, I won't say I don't like Brave Davis. I know him all my life. He's a cool dude.
Right. I'm sure he's a wonderful person. He's a terrible politician, that's all.
Right. I can't vote for him.
And this is what I want to clear up with people before we go, especially, right? I hear people say all the time, yeah, he's a good man. He's a good person. You like him. Listen, if you needed open heart surgery, your plumber may be the most wonderful man you know, but do you want him to perform it? Just because someone is a good person or a nice person or friendly, they good, they caring, does not mean they are equipped to do a particular job. Brave Davis may be the greatest person to talk to, the sweetest, most man you could ever have, but he may just be terrible at running a country, and that's fine. Two things can be true, and that's where a lot of people get caught up. They tend to like a person, and so they make excuses for them, or they give them chances when they shouldn't, when they should just realize that this person is not equipped to do the job. And here's the other thing they like say, oh, well, he's doing his best. Listen to me. If you hire a man to lay some tile in your house, right, and the tile them crooked, uneven, coming up, you can be like, but man, he trying so hard, Dred. Let him keep laying the tile because he's trying his best. Are you going to do that?
Right. They gonna run him with the house so fast.
Thank you very much. And so if someone is not equipped to do a job, by all means, please get rid of them. No matter how hard they try, I appreciate your attempt, but you are clearly not equipped to do this job, and therefore I have to get somebody else.
Right. And then what somebody gonna ask you soon is that, well, what make you think he's not equipped to do it?
I look at results.
Right. And we look at listen to what he say.
Exactly.
So I don't know, dude. I think I might go to the polls tomorrow. I might wake up and fall on my head and go to the polls.
Yeah, I mean, like I can try to, what time it is. Before I go sleep, I can look over. I can go on the DNA website. I can look at their their plans, because like I say, the things she said in there, and like I say, particularly that one with the Republic, and she said some other good things. That really, started to
that resonated with me.
Yeah, that really leaned me in that direction, because that's what we need. Now, if they do get in, which, ain't that likely based on, how Bahamians go. But if they do, and then they don't do it, well, listen, I give you a chance. You know what I mean? You say you was gonna do this, you
Yeah.
didn't do it. That's it for me. You
Right.
ain't getting my support no more.
You ain't getting this vote no more.
Exactly.
And I respect that. I respect that because you going by not conviction, by what they say they presenting to you.
Right.
And that makes sense.
Right.
You know, you ain't going just because they green. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, plenty of people going, well, I just vote red. Well, I just vote yellow.
And I saying, this ain't my idea. I heard it years ago, but I was saying to my wife before, they need to take these symbols off the ballots. Take the logos off. Just put the names. Just put the names of the people. Let's see how that would affect the vote. Because a lot of people, they just go in there, they look for the crab, or they look for the torch, or the lighthouse, whatever the symbol is. That's what they look for, and that's what they vote for. Let's take those off the ballots and let's see. Because you're supposed to be voting for the candidate for your area, right?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So why we don't do that? Why we don't take that off?
That would be catastrophic.
Why you say that? Why you think so? Tell me why.
What? Plenty. Well, number one, people are like, I know who Steve Smith is. I know who Bernard Robinson is. I know. Well, why you asking that?
Exactly. That's the whole point.
Right. You supposed to know this nigga and know what he stand for.
Exactly.
And understood what he's trying to bring to the table.
Exactly. That's the whole purpose. You know what I mean? That's what you go out and vote for. You're supposed to be going to vote for the best candidate for your area. And that's they say you got to do your own research, look up the people. And I see some people telling me, look up the COI plans and compare. I could do that, Tariq, but I get old like Stevie.
What's the COI?
That's Lincoln Bay and them. That's your 100,000 a year. That's Lincoln Bay and the Coalition of Independence.
Right. Well, see, I mean, I ain't supposed to say this on the internet, but I got something personal about Lincoln Bay. That's why I don't even give them recognition. He's personally, he some underhanded stuff that happened.
Right. Fair enough.
So I wouldn't. I don't even look his way or listen to what he say. Period. Because
I got you.
Yeah.
I know what it is. Well, I see we get one definition. Sean Higgs is saying change for me in Bahamian political terms has to start with changing the leadership of major parties. Political parties. The reality is the Bahamas is a two-party system, just like the U.S. Well, Sean, as long as the majority of people feel that way, you are going to be absolutely correct. And as it stands, that's how most people feel. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. As you all, PM, we all rolled.
But she still ain't say what changed. You say, I mean, so what's her definition?
But she said her definition of change is changing the leadership of the major parties. That's her definition. Now, she's entitled to her definition. I don't agree with it because we had change. We gone from Hubert Alexander to another Hubert Alexander. We gone from Ingram to Minnis, but I ain't really see. Well, I see a difference. It ain't get better, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think the culture of these parties is already ingrained deep within these parties, and so whoever you put at the head, I think you're gonna get close to the same results. Things are going to vary here and there, but I think we need a whole new regime. The PLP and the FNM have all had all of their chances, and I really think we need something.
I agree. I agree. I think they've outdone all of their chances because for successively, none of them have shown no significant change in the past. When was it? When did Hubert Ingram get ousted?
That was just Hubert lost the election in 2012. The party lost.
Okay,
he got his seat, but the party lost.
Since 2012.
Right.
And for that young lady with the change, that's still not a definition. I guess that is her definition of change. But I mean, okay, when I say I want to hear what you mean by change, I don't want to hear about parties.
Oh, you mean like what kind of change you want for the country, you mean?
Yeah, like what is it? What in her mind or their mind would propel us into the 21st or whatever century we in? Because right now we probably about 20 some years behind the rest of everywhere. In my humble opinion, as a man who's lived in a different country for a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we just, to me, I just feel like we on a treadmill going backwards.
Yeah.
Not treadmill. What's those things called? Like a conveyor belt?
Right. And I looking at I Kendora just made me laugh at his comment. She said, I scared to vote DNA. I vote for them in my area, and when Darrell called out the results, Garden Hills DNA 1 vote, I was too ashamed. Come on, man. Kendora, man, you can't, don't be ashamed, man. Listen, if that's what you want, that's what you wanted to support.
I'm proud of her for that one vote. I am very proud of her for that one. Actually, what's her name, Dora?
No, Kendora. Yeah, Dora is the name, yeah.
Hey, Kendora, let me tell you, basically it's predominantly F&M. When my sisters, I got a bunch of sisters, when they found out that I voted DNA, I got railed about it. They're like, you divided the vote. I'm like, no, I voted for who I thought was best.
Mm-hmm.
And I am proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
No, they didn't get in. Yes, they only had about 3 or 4 votes in my area.
Mm-hmm.
But I stood on what I believe in. So you did very well when you had that one freaking vote. There was one smart person in Garden Hills at that time.
Really?
And that was you, Kendora.
There you go. And I guess I was joking the other day. I said when I was leaning towards a different candidate for this area, I was expecting my vote to be their only vote. And I was saying while I watching the results, when they call that vote, I can stand up proud and say, that's me. That's my one vote.
Amen.
You understand? That's my one vote. I'm proud of that. That's who I wanted to vote for, and that's who I vote for. Ain't nobody can shame me into my vote. I don't. You ain't gonna manipulate me.
Amen. In the past, I've been vocal about being like one of the only couple of people that voted DNA. I was vocal. I said, hey, I voted DNA. And people around me pissed off.
Yeah.
I'm like, Sean, you could be pissed off.
Yeah. Sorry, Sean is a he. I apologize. I think we say Sean. Sorry, Sean. I that's a he. My bad. I apologize.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Sorry, dog. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, just want to clarify that. But yeah, so I just wanted to get your thoughts because, like I say, there's a lot of people feeling how you feeling. We just ain't as vocal. You know what I mean? The loudest ones are those ones out there on the trucks, out there celebrating, waving the pom-poms and the flags and pumping their horn in the cars and all that. They're the loudest ones. But there's a large sector of our society that tired about the PLP and the F&M, and they want to go in a different direction. But they not sure which direction they want to go. And so if that is you, I encourage you to please do your own research. And come on. I know you already got accustomed to the way we do things. You get used to candidates coming to your door, knocking on your door, sitting on your couch. Do your own research.
Right.
These other people that are running don't have the resources that the major party has. Because chances are the major parties you ain't gonna see the actual candidate anyhow. They can send people to you. And so
amen. You don't ever see them.
Exactly. So they send people. You don't even get them. Sometimes you may, maybe one of the times you may be one of the lucky ones they actually get to visit in person. But chances are you're going to get some campaigners who they send out. And so understand that the other people running don't have the resources that these major parties have. And so it can call for you to do some work. If you care about your country and you really want to make a change, you're going to have to go ahead. And it ain't even no real work. It ain't like you got to go to the library and look somebody up. You on the internet anyhow. No. You're on there on Pornhub or whatever site you're on, doing whatever on the internet one time. Go and take some time. Look up the people that are in your area. Do your own research. And if someone making sense, give them your vote. If they're making sense, then, you could either not vote or vote for whoever, the PLP, F&M, whoever. But all we're saying is take some time, do some research, and make the best decision for the country. You know what I mean? A lot of people make a lot of selfish decisions, which is, I guess, that's their right. But make the best decision for the country. All us depending on it.
Amen.
So tomorrow, go out there, make the right decision. Be safe. Stay far from people. Put your mask over your nose and your mouth, please. Stay socially distance. Sanitize. Wash your hands. And think some of y'all don't wash your hands. Be safe because we still in the middle of a pandemic. I want you to come close to me if I decide to go there. Like I say, if the line long, you ain't gonna see me. But if I go there, stay far from me, please. Don't come too close. You can hear me from a distance because I ain't trying to catch COVID. Plenty of people dying right now, and I won't be one of them. So as you go out there to exercise your right, please be safe and make the best decision for the country. Stevie, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your contribution. I like talking about these kind of things. We just have a good time anytime we talk about these. Thank you so much for letting your opinions to the great people of the Bahamas.
All right, man. I'll see y'all. See you tomorrow at the polls, bro.
Yeah. Oh, you're going now?
You know, I can find it in the morning. In the morning, I'll know. It depends.
Well, hey, that's good enough for me, because when we start the show, you say you ain't going. So the fact that you at least considering it, that's a win for me. I'll take it.
Yeah, I consider it, man. Nah, I can tell you one thing: I ain't voting red or yellow.
Well, you know,
that's a definite.
Listen, I ain't want ketchup or mustard. Y'all can vote for them. I ain't want none of them. Y'all, that's on y'all. I know who I voting for quite yet, but I know who I ain't voting for. That's for sure.
Oh, that's for sure.
That's for sure, buddy. I know I ain't voting for. But anyway, thank you people for tuning in. Listen, hit that share button, hit the like button. You're so stingy with your share, like y'all got to pay for these or something. Dread. Hit the share button. Let some other people get this good knowledge that we just be dropping, because you know you're all tired of hearing the same old opinions on these other shows all the time. So go ahead, hit the share button, hit the like button, tag your friends along. You know, you always tag them in them ratchet videos you always be watching all day. Tag them in this one too, so they can get some kind of sensible dialogue in their life. I don't know if I can be doing well, see, I just going to say, Tito asked if you coming back regularly. I am strongly considering it, Tito. I think I ready to, you know, start doing it on a regular basis again. I had a long break for years, and so I will really think about coming back regularly. It's quite possible, but I'll post and let you all know for sure if we're going to do this on a regular. But if you all want it on a regular, go ahead and share it. Let's see how much you all want it, how bad you all want it. I want everybody who is tuning here, everybody who comment here, I can look and make sure you all share this video, and then I can know you all want us to do it on a regular again. So until next time, peace out, people. Be safe, social distance, sanitize, take care. Peace.
Peace.